Hello, soulmates, and welcome to day two. Day one was a banger. We spoke about corset production, why it matters, and how bulk production, bulk order can change your fashion game forever. So now let me ask you, I know you left yesterday feeling like a corset banger producer, like you are now feeling like, so I can sell corsets, so I can produce corsets, so I can do this to corset. So I know you're having that feeling already, and that is why we are back for day two, where I'll be showing you how you can sell them. Yeah. Now we're going to start attracting customers instead of chasing them. That's what we're going to be seeing in this day two. Now, before we dive into today's hot gist, let me just ask you a question. Have you ever sewn a corset for someone before, collected about 10K or 15K, and after you minus your food, your energy, your this, your that, what is left? What is left? Exactly. Nothing is left. So you can see that making the corset is not a problem. You actually know how to make the corset. The problem here now is that there is no money coming out of it. So that issue is what we're about to solve in this class. So that's why today I'm going to be opening your eyes. We're going to be seeing exactly why corset sales are not working for you, how to position yourself so that bulk buyers find you. We're going to see the secrets that designers that are already cashing out have that they are not telling you. And finally, we will talk about where bulk buyers are, both home and abroad, both in Nigeria and abroad, and where you can find them. We're also going to talking about the big cash outs. How do you cash out? Positioning yourself and the rest and the rest. We're going to be talking about a lot in this class. This is the part where this class takes you from your sewing machine into the market to locate your market, to locate your targets and get them to buy from you. That's what we're going to be seeing in this class today. So let's us kick off. Let's go in. Now, earlier I was asking you that if someone comes to you now and you make contact for the person about 10K or 15K, you charge the person 10 or 15K or 20. At the end, you did all the expenses and nothing is left, or something small is now left. This becomes a problem. Now, the issue now is that you can make corset, but you are not seeing the money. But apart from that issue, I want us to look at 6 mistakes that is killing your corset sales. Now, the issue here we're going to be talking about is quite similar to what we've talked about in day one. Okay, when we're talking about the problems and all of that you're facing as a corset maker or as a fashion designer. In this one, we're going to see 6 mistakes killing your corset sales. Six. I just want to give you six. There are lots of mistakes we make out there that is killing our sales, but I'm going to be mentioning six. Now, I'm going to start by telling you the mistakes you're making already. Okay, these mistakes are killing your sales already. You make these mistakes not knowingly, like you don't just wake up and make this mistake, you just do them unknowingly. And the truth is that many of us don't know that we're suffering because of these mistakes. Now let's see them. Now, before we dive into that, let's paint a picture here. I'm going to use two designers, for example. I'm going to call one designer bulk designer. Then the other one, we're going to call her single designer. Now, single designer gets an order for one from one person. Just an individual comes to our shop and say, okay, I want to make a corset. I'm paying 20K, I'm paying 30K. And single designer goes ahead and sold the clothes. Maybe for that week, that's the only order she got. And that's 20K, right? For everything, no, maybe excluding the material the person will bring. But after her expenses of buying lining, doing this, buying fuel for generator and the rest, she ends up going home with just, let's say, 10K. That's a single designer. Then bulk designer, on the other hand, gets an order to make 10 different corsets for just that week. Now, who is going back home with enough money? And bulk designer makes the same. Let's just share the gain equally. That she makes 10K also. Now, 10K times 10, that's 10,000 naira times 10. That's how much? That's about 100K, right? Are you seeing where we're coming from? So let's see the mistake that this single designer, I be designer single, is making. Okay. Now, number one is that designer single is depending on one customers. We've talked about this as a problem that you faced earlier in day one. So bulk buyers will not just bring one fabric and tell you so for me. No, they don't do that. They want it ready. Once they come, they pack, or they give you the order, you produce for them, and they go. Okay, that's how bulk buyers roll. Now, number two mistake that designer single is making is that she doesn't have corset that are ready to pick up. So imagine now someone goes to ShopRite and maybe wants to buy what are we going to use for example, let's say bread, and you goes to ShopRite to buy bread, and you get there and ShopRite tells you it's please can you come back tomorrow? That's when the bread will be ready. Won't you see them as unserious people? Number three is that she has no strategy. Designer single does not have strategy. Once she comes online, she posts her picture, no tagging, no caption, nothing. She posts corset today. Tomorrow she's posting streetwears. Next tomorrow she's posting another thing. You know, that page now, people come down, they're like, what exactly do you do on this page? It creates confusion. So these are mistakes. We are doing all these things unknowingly. Oh. You now that is watching here, I know you are guilty of this. You're doing this unknowingly, you don't even know that you're doing it. Now, number four, designer single only show one piece instead of volume. So if she's calling herself a bulk production designer, then there should be bulk evidence in her background, something like that. Another thing is everybody is almost guilty of this. Designer single is chasing followers. Even at a point, me, I was guilty of this because when you come online, you know, there's this encouragement you have when you see your page growing. Yeah. But the algorithm is telling us every day now that is not by your followers. I see people with less than 500 followers, 200 followers, they make sales every day more than those people that have 50,000 followers. Yes, there's a strategy to it, and I'll be sharing that strategy in our paid class. Make sure you get there. Make sure you watch the end of this video so that you know if you are qualified for it. You see the bonus that I have for you and for you to qualify to join it. So yes, there are strategies for all of this, and I'm going to be sharing that. So now, for example, now you're walking on the street and you see somebody selling akara, for example. A woman just displayed her akara and everything, and you like it. The scent is, attracting, and you just get there. And before you buy it, I'll be like, Madam, how many followers do you have on Instagram or Facebook? Do you usually do that when you get there? Of course, no, because followers does not count. So stop chasing followers. It doesn't count. Okay, what counts is how you present what you do, how you present your bulk sales, your marketing strategy, and every other thing. That is what counts. Now, number six mistake that designer single is making is her finishing is zero. So with a bad finishing, you cannot, in fact, your corset cannot get to a boutique to go and look for who. So all of these are the issues that you can face if you get into bulk production and you don't take note of yourself. You don't take note of what you're doing. You start getting zero, so you start getting no customers, and you start saying that, oh, bulk production does not work. And note that this is some of it. Oh, I've not even listed half of what is there. Okay, so all of these now mistakes we make. Out of all of these mistakes, which of them are you guilty of? Just mention two, drop it in the comment. Let me know how many you are guilty of already. Now that I've seen these mistakes, let's talk about how to position yourself instead of making those mistakes. Now we're going to see how to position yourself and make yourself visible for bulk buyers out there. Imagine yourself as a woman frying akara. Okay, but this time around you are doing your corset. You are a corset. You are frying corset akara. Now, for these akara to get to people, you are frying it inside the house, right? But you need it to get to people. What do you have to do? You need to come outside, let people see you. That is what visibility is all about. And we're going to position you and make you visible before people can see you. Yeah? So that's what I'm about to talk about here. Now, let's say you want boutiques, companies, and all of that to notice you. What exactly do you do? I'm going to be using these two examples now. Let's use another two designers. I'm going to call them designer Mary and Merriment. Merriment. Okay, Mary and Merriment. Now, these two designers, designer Mary and Merriment. Mary is always complaining, saying, "Oh, I don't usually have customers, or I don't know why boutique people are not taking me seriously. Companies are not taking me seriously." Now, if you go to her page, this is what she does. Mary will finish making her corset. Just on her sewing machine there, she'll just take a picture, or on the floor there, she'll just take a picture and post, patronize your girl. Your girl is out for business. we are good in this game. All those kind of caption. Of course, boutique or companies will not take her seriously now. They feel that she's still growing because that's what people that are still coming up are doing. Yeah. But go to designer Merriment's page, for example. You find out that Merriment always gets order. She's always putting out sold out, sold out, sold out. Why? Now, if you go to Merriment's page, you will find out that her corsets, in fact, the corsets she's posting, they are in rack. You see either 5 rows of racks, corsets are there, up to 20 corsets are lined up on the racks like this. Then she will now write in the caption, available in small, that's S to XXL. Bulk orders available. Available in colors red, blue, white, like good description that this is what is available. When someone goes to Merriment's page now and go to Mary's page, who do you think they will ask for order? Who out of these two people? Now you see that positioning is very, very important. Now we're going to look at 5 ways you can position yourself. 5 ways to position yourself and make yourself visible to bulk buyers out there. I'm just going to list them through. We have number one, you have to look like a supplier. Look like a supplier. This example I just gave now, like merriment, that's the kind of thing you should be doing. When someone sees your page, they will know that, oh, this person can deliver in bulk. Number two, you need to use words that bulk buyers are looking for in your caption. Either use it as your hashtag or use it in your caption. Something like the example I gave about merriment. She did what she says, bulk orders available. So in your caption, you need to put it, bulk orders available, wholesale, supply in bulk, corset bulk production, anything that has to do with you looking for bulk buyers and bulk sales, you need to include it in what? In your caption. Number three is that you need to do what? Show your corset in numbers. The example I gave just have all of this in I'm listing. Like Merriment, she placed all her corsets on a rack. Even though you don't have a rack, there's how you can align them on the floor or on your display, whatever you're using for display. Just align all of them there. Take a good picture, take a video, do different kind of video. Even if you don't even want to do that kind of display, you can use your mannequin. You can even get a model and maybe match them with jeans, skirt, and the rest and the rest. But let people know that it is in bulk, it is plenty. Then another way to position yourself is to show them the sense of urgency. In your post for the beginning of the month, you can say something like, we are only available for 5 bulk production orders this month. Then people will be like, oh, only 5. I need to be among these 5 for you know. So are you seeing how you are positioning yourself and making yourself visible for the bulk production and bulk orders to come in? Then number 5 that I'm going to be mentioning is for you to have testimonials. Okay, even if you haven't had any sales yet, there are ways you can go about getting testimonies without telling a lie. Without telling a lie, there are ways you can go about it, and I'll be showing you all of this in our class. Make sure you get to the end of this video. Okay, now that you have positioned yourself and you've made yourself visible, let me tell you some little secrets that designers that are cashing out are already doing that they don't want you to know. Let me tell you that. Now, designers that are cashing out already in bulk production or bulk sales and the rest, they are doing some things that you also need to be doing. And I'm going to be listing 5 secrets that they are doing already that you need also to implement. So number 1 is that they apply speed. They don't just sew one corset in 1 week. No, now, no. They don't do that. Okay? They apply speed by bulk sewing, batch cutting. Everything is done in batches and they have structure in their production ground. Everything is already in blocks. They know where and when and what time to do each part, each things at each time. Okay? So they do what? They apply speed in production. If you give them 30 corsets in a week, they can deliver. Yes. That's how good they are. And there are secrets to all of this. Yes. Number two is that they are consistent. They show up daily online and offline. They are always consistent. Whether meeting people offline, they are there. Whether getting their orders online, they are also there. Number three is their packaging. Their packaging is like gold. They don't take any corset for granted. Any order that comes in, they package it as if it's going to a queen. They don't take it for granted. Number four is that they build bulk relationship. Do you know what it means to build bulk relationship? It means you are out there building relationship with people that gives you bulk orders, like boutique companies, all international and national places. They are there. Number five is that they reinvest. They don't use all their profits and go and buy bone straight. They buy bone straight, or they look good, they're always classy, but they don't use all their profits. They reserve some profits and reinvest into the business to make production faster, to make things go smoother. And they reinvest to get ready for the next bulk order that is coming. Do you see all their secrets? I've leaked how many for you now? Five, have you? So that's the secret that designers that are cashing out in bulk orders are doing already. So if you can take all of this that I'm sharing with you, put them together, apply it in your bulk production. In fact, be it corset or any other outfit you're making, I tell you, you will see a difference really. Now, from this, now let us see where these bulk buyers are, both in Nigeria and abroad. Where are they? Because I know you want to know, where are they? Yes, you can produce corset, but where are these bulk buyers? Where will you see them? Now, sincerely, nobody is hiding your bulk buyers. Oh. Nobody is holding them. They are not closing the gates to where the bulk buyers are. They are there. It is you that they are not seeing. Okay? It is you that the bulk buyers are not finding. Now, when I say bulk buyers, I don't mean those people that will come and tell you, and see, can you remove 500 for me? No. Bulk buyers, they don't price you. Mm-mm. They don't price. What you'll be hearing from them is, can I get 50 orders for my December launch? Maybe the person wants to create a collection. You'll be like, can I get 50 orders for my December collection? Can I get 20 orders for this month? Can you supply me 50 orders every two months? That's what you'll be hearing from them. And they do what? They exist. Now let's see where they are. Now let's see the place where bulk buyers are in Nigeria. We'll start with Nigeria, yeah. So number one is the boutiques in the cities around you. Okay, you might be staying in the outskirts of your town, but you need to locate them in the cities because that's where sales happen, Abby. And you want that boutique to order from you, and they sell out fast so that they can order again. So you don't want to go and meet boutique that in 5 months they've not. In fact, when you go there 5 months, they'll be like, "Come and take, it's not selling." So we don't want that kind of boutique. We don't want it. So you need boutiques that are in the cities. So you locate boutiques that are in cities around you. Go to them, walk up to them. But before you walk up, there are things you need to do. There are things you need to do. So stay to the end of this video. I'll tell you those things that you need to do before you go and meet them. Okay. So boutiques in cities around you. That is where you will find bulk customers. Now, another place you find bulk buyers are those that run a ready-to-wear brand. Sometimes these people, they don't have time to produce by themselves. Okay, they outsource production to people. So if you can find them, you have won one deal. Okay, you can find them on Instagram. You can also find them in your streets. So you can be their silent producer. They don't need to know anybody that is producing for them. You self don't need to go and be announcing it online that, hey, I'm the producer. No, you are a silent producer for them. Let them take the glory and answer the name, no problem. But as long as you do what you cash out. So ready to wear brands are your market target again for bulk production. So number three place where you can find bulk order is your fellow designers. Yes, designers like me and you. There are some designers out there that don't like corset production. They don't like anything that has to do with corset. But their customers are always on their neck. Hey, you cannot make corset, you cannot make corset. They can do every other thing, like skirts and the rest, but they feel corset is stressful for them, maybe because of the amount of orders of every other kind of outfit they get. So they don't have the time and they always put away the sales for making corset for customers. So if they can see you now as this girl they do corset top. Oh, that means I don't even need to stress myself to create corset again. That is it. You won their heart. So designers like you are also your customers for bulk production. So they will just meet you and they'll be like, can you produce for me? Or you self can go and meet them silently and say, I can be your silent producer. Okay, they pay you, tell you what the color, the size, and everything they need, and you produce it for them. Now, number four place where you can find bulk buyers is on Instagram boutique. You know, some persons they come online, they sell only on Instagram, and they sell luxury outfits, okay, and outfits that are in vogue, outfits that are trendy at that point. And you know, corset is trendy right now. Okay, so you can reach out to people that have Instagram boutiques. They are also your customer as a bulk producer. Then number five place is online stores. Okay. When I say online stores, I mean like websites. You know, Instagram is a what? Is a social media page. Online store now is a website, a full website like Jumia, Gigi, and there are other online stores out there. We have Amazon, we have Etsy, or those ones are international though. We'll be seeing it in the international market. But for the local, which is Nigeria, we have Gigi, we have Jumia. All of these places you can reach out to people that sell there, or you also can open up accounts there and start selling. Hmm, there's money, yo. So these are the five places where you can get bulk customers. I'm telling you only five here. Oh, does not mean that it's only five. There are lots of other places, super duper places where you can make sales and find bulk customers. Now let's see for the international places. Where will you find bulk customers in international markets? International market, because we are not there now, you know, you have to like focus everything to be online. Okay, unless maybe after you supply to one or two online stores, then later they start referring you to their other people that they know around them. So that's how it works. But for international markets, there are strategies, there are ways, there are lists that are out there for you to locate them. But I'm just going to mention a few. First of all, is Etsy. I've mentioned it earlier. Etsy is one place where you can sell your corset in bulk. Do you know people buy corsets and sell on Etsy for as much as 100 to 120 to $150? Depends on the style of the corset. Okay. We also have diaspora boutiques, like African shops that are out there in the US that are owned by Africans. Okay, these are people that are also your customers. Then we have the TikTok resellers on TikTok. There, you know, we have TikTok shop. Yeah, even in the TikTok shop, you can get international buyers from there. Then even in our African continent, our neighboring countries, they are international, right? You can also sell to them. There are strategies on how to get them, but these are where you can find your international buyers. Now, I told you earlier that you don't just go and walk up to these people and start selling to them. Mm-mm. You need to position yourself. I've talked about positioning and making yourself visible for the market to locate you, for the bulk customers to locate you. But now, before you approach these bulk buyers, how do you position yourself? Now, we're going to think of it like this. Just imagine someone that wants to go and marry somebody. Why is it marriage that I'm using now? So, imagine someone that wants to go and do bride price, or like what they used to do introduction for marrying a woman, the man now in this case. And he just wakes up in the morning and says, "Okay, babe, I'm coming to see your father and your mother. I'm coming to see your parents. I want to come and do introduction." And he just wears slippers and just polo and jean. I just went there, just like that. He's not going to show seriousness. He doesn't know. In fact, in the history of me attending introduction and the rest, I've not seen any man do that. I've not seen them. What they do is this: is they dress like they will dress so sweet to impress. That is how you need to be. That is how your corset business need to be. You need to impress. But customers need to see you and say, this person will deliver. They will say, yes, this person is reliable. They can be able to entrust bulk production to you. So let's see how you position yourself. Now, in this positioning, we're going to be seeing 8 ways you can position yourself. Okay. Number one is to have a clear identity. If you don't have it, create it. So you don't just come out and say, I can sew corset in bulk, or I dey do bulk production, or no, it's not like that. Oh. So you'll be saying things like, I help boutiques and fashion brands get high quality corsets in different sizes and they are quite affordable, things like that. This sounds like you are running a business and that you're not just a one order tailor, something like that. Okay, that's number one. Now, number two is that you need to have samples ready. All these bulk customers that I've listed for you, you don't just go and meet them and be telling them word of mouth, I can make corsets. No, now you need to show them proof. You need to go with sample. Never, ever, ever go and meet a bulk customer empty handed. These boutiques that I mentioned, you don't just go there empty handed. You must go with sample, at least two or three. Then you must package them neatly. And even if you are new in the business, this sample that you have shown them now, you say, this person knows what he or she is doing. Now, number three is that you can decide to brand your work. Now, why I put decide is sometimes you might get production that says don't label, okay? But you can look for a way to brand your work. Sometimes when you buy an outfit, a ready to wear outfit from a boutique or something, you see this small tag that is written there. Just look at it, you just see the person's name, like the fashion designer's name or the fashion production company is there. So you can decide to have that kind of branding, or you can just brand the nylon you are using to supply to them, something like that. But just have something that is branded that shows your name, that shows that you are the person that makes it. Even though the person is rebranding in their own side, okay? You that is supplying to that person, put your brand because you don't know who will see it. Now, this branding doesn't even end only in your tags and the nylon. Even your Instagram page can be a place to show your brand. Even if you don't have money to go and start printing all of these things I just mentioned, your Instagram page or your social media pages, they should have a consistency that shows that yes, even if somebody comes across your page, oh, I know this girl, I know this page, I've seen this page before, it's for so. That is what another way of branding too. Okay. Now, number four is that you need to show proof of seriousness. When it comes to production, yeah, we know that things, factors, other things play, but people don't want to hear that. Oh, as I yesterday, there was no light, so your order will be delayed, something like that. No, you need to show the proof of seriousness. You need to post behind the scenes. You need to post the when you're cutting, when you're doing this, when you're doing that. Even if you're doing a silent producing job, it doesn't stop you from snapping one or two pictures because you're not mentioning the person's name, right? So it doesn't stop you from taking picture, taking video, and showing behind the scene. Even if you are even practicing, you are just practicing. Like this particular session now is your first time, like you did day one yesterday. That maybe was your first time of coming across corset. As you're doing the process, you can be snapping and be posting, building that anticipation in people. Okay. And even when you get orders like this and you're shipping out, you can just snap and say another order going out, something like that. All of this shows the seriousness in you. Now, number five is to have a simple price list or a catalog so that when someone just comes to your page, Piam, you have sent it to the person. You don't need to want to start cracking your brain. Oh, okay, should I charge this person this or should I charge this person that? Immediately, you are sending it to the person. So you can design that in any of this app like Canva and the rest. Okay, if you don't know how to do that, this is part of the bonus in the paid class. So make sure you stay to the end to get the details. Okay. Number six is to talk like a supplier, not a beggar. You're not posting or going to people and tell them, please buy for me, please buy for me. No. Mm-mm. So, like I stated earlier, you say things like, I supply quality corsets from small to XXL. If you want to restock, I'm available for you. If you want bulk orders, I'm available for you. Would you like to see my catalog? Something like that. So You don't want to say, please buy from me. I need customers, or hey, customers, no, they will buy from me. Or no, you don't want something like that. You need to sound professional. Number seven is that you need to position yourself with confidence. Position yourself with confidence. In fact, go and start drinking all the water that has to do with confidence, because confidence is number one thing that will always push you out there. For example, now you know you are still starting this. For example, you are still starting. You just learned how to make a simple corset yesterday. And maybe you've posted it, you are doing shakara and all of that on the corset. And someone just sees it and be like, can you supply 30 pieces of this? And next thing you're shouting, I never reached that level. Oh. Hey, God. When you want to reach the level. So you need to do what? Position yourself with confidence. You need to booga. Your confidence needs to show. Instead of saying, I never reached that level, you just answer, yes, I can. My production timeline is 3 weeks. I need to be ready. Because before then, you've calculated yourself. You already know what you're capable of doing. Okay, so position yourself with confidence. Now, the number eight way is to network and make yourself visible in the right places. Don't just be posting on your WhatsApp status so that it's only your classmates and your family members that are seeing it. You don't want that, okay? Be active in Facebook groups, Instagram pages, TikTok. There are different business forums out there. You just need to be active, okay? Now, I've talked about how to find bulk buyers, how you can position yourself before you reach out to them. Now, let us now see how you can reach out to them. Now, reaching out to bulk buyers might look like it's one scary thing to do, but it's not. Now, all you have to do is have this framework on how you reach out to them. So you can send them DMs. So you can reach out to them like, hello, online boutique. I'm just using this as an example, okay? Hello, online boutique. I produce high quality corsets in bulk, okay? And you can order with size, you put the size range, you know, something like that. And now ask, can I share my catalog with you? Or would you like to see my catalog? Okay, these are many more other messaging frameworks are out there, of which I'll be showing you in our paid class. Okay. Then number two is that you use hashtags. Use hashtags like bulk corset, Nigerian made in Nigerian corset, bulk supplier, African bulk corset supplier, all those kind of keywords that will bring them to you. Now, number three is to show your packaging and shipping proof. Now, even if you've not packaged or shipped before, there are ways to do this without telling a lie. I've said it before, and I'm going to be showing that in the paid class, so make sure you join. So, number four is for you to join fashion groups. So, there are lots of fashion groups out there that has to do with national and international members, okay? So, local or international members. So, you can just find them and join them. So when you join, you make posts that has to do with things that you do, and you make them with sense, okay, so that they don't kick you out of the group. Then another thing you can do is to run small ads to target both home and abroad. And I'll be sharing this also in the paid class, like the full detail on how to run ads that convert. It's also going to be in the class. So make sure that you are among those that will be in that paid class, because it is fully loaded. I'm going to be sharing all the details with you in the group. So once you're done here, make sure you go back to the group to get the details. Okay. Now I have a challenge for you before we continue. Now you might be seeing all of this bulk production to be something that is tedious, something that is not achievable. Remember, I told you that your mindset has to be reset before you can take this bold step. If you don't reset your mindset and say, yes, you can do this, definitely you are going to see yourself going back. So, this is my challenge for you. You're going to time yourself and start production, no matter the time it is, or no matter the weather, no matter the circumstances that is around you right now. Start the production. Once you're done positioning yourself using all of these steps that I've shown you, use it to position yourself, then you're going to pick one of those buyers in those places that I've told you to find them. Pick one, then reach out to them. Reach out to give yourself at least 2 weeks. Let it not exceed 2 weeks. From now to 2 weeks, reach out to them. Don't wait for those bulk buyers to fall from heaven. They are not falling from heaven. You are the one to reach out to them. And sincerely, your corset deserves to be seen by those people. So make sure you take up this challenge. All right, soulmates, I hope you've been taking notes and enjoying the class so far. Okay, because right here we're going to talk about cashing out in bulk corset production. This is where we are going to draw the curtain for the night. Because how are we going to talk about all of this without talking about why we are here, which is to make money? Let's see how you can cash out in bulk corset production. Now, I know you're wondering, but we'll be talking about meeting customers, and when you meet customers, of course, they give you money and all of that and all of that. But yes, meeting them, they will patronize you if they like. But these things I'm about to mention is what to bring out the cash out of their pockets. Number one is that you need to understand the bulk buyers' pain points. You need to understand their pain points. Bulk buyers are not emotional like individuals. Mm-mm. They don't care about, oh, my corset is snatched, I feel cute. They don't. What they care about is the quality that won't spoil their brand. You know, they've already built a brand. They've already built a brand there. So they want quality. So they don't want the one that will spoil their brand. They want something that will sustain their name. They want fast delivery because as it's coming sharp, sharp, they are selling out sharp, sharp. They want consistent supply. Not this month. You tell them it will take you 3 weeks to produce and supply. Then they come next month. You tell them, oh, it's now 4 weeks. Mm-mm. They want consistency in their supply and they want a fair profit margin. Okay, so now if you are able to deliver on these four pain points that I've mentioned, you have won their hearts. Now, how do you cash out big? The number two is to have a bulk pricing model. Like, you don't just come out and say corset is 15,000 and someone wants to order let's say 1,000 pieces and you still say it's 15,000. No, now there's how this price modeling are done. So one piece, you can say something like retail price or one piece is 20,000. Bulk of 10 pieces plus at 18,000. Then bulk of 30 pieces plus or 100 pieces plus at 15,000, something like that. So if you keep it this way, you'll be able to have good sales and have good profits when someone orders for just five or someone orders for three. Okay, so you can create models around all of this to have something that works for you. Okay, now the third way you can cash out fast is to have speed. Work on speed and with a system. Have a system where your production and your sewing goes on, that it goes step by step. Before you know, you have produced up to 20 in a day or 50 in a day. Yes, it's possible if you have a good speed system. Okay, so you can use pattern paper for replication, of which we saw in day one. I showed you how you can create patterns, and with that kind of pattern, you can replicate your cutting, okay, as fast as possible, and you can use it to cut in batches without losing anything at all. So, and when it comes to sewing, they are step by step. You see how I followed it step by step. With having a step by step way, you can even list it out, write it out on a paper. Having this step by step way will help you to know what to sew first, so that you don't go and get to a point and you now be like, hey, I'm supposed to do zipper first. Oh God, you start losing. See, that means you don't have a system. So create a system, list them out. Is it the boning you put first? Is it the cup you attach first? What goes next after cup? All of these are the system you create. With this, you are you are going to be able to cash out fast because you have speed. So when someone brings production for you for 30 pieces, you are able to deliver even before their target time. So that's where work on speed and your system helps you to cash out fast. Now, number four is never wait for December rush. Okay, December rush is sweet and all of that and all of that, but you can start on time. Okay, don't wait for the December rush, because December, a lot of designers will want to have corsets. So you can start producing maybe by August. You have started your production, start piling them up because you know that sales are coming, something like that. Okay, so you can create a model like this. Maybe by August, you reach out to the boutiques, reach out to different places, know the people that want to order on time. So by September, October, you have already started rounding up. By December, you are cashing out already. Okay. Now, number five way where you can cash out is to add payment flexibility to your plan. Okay. Not when customer comes to you and say, okay, I want to order 50 pieces, and you just stand on your ground and say it's full payment. Without full payments, we are not starting. Mm-mm. It's Yes, there are some people that have that as their policy, but for you that is just starting up, it's good you have a flexibility in the payment plan. You can tell them 70/30. You must deposit 70%, then 30% after it is finished. Okay, so all of these are what you need to also work on to help you cash out fast, because when people see that your payment plan is flexible, they'll be able to plan towards paying you. Instead of finding the whole money once, they can plan towards paying you bit by bit. So this makes them to trust you more. Okay. Now, the sixth way where you can cash out fast is to leverage on seasons. Leverage on the festive seasons like Christmas, Valentine, Dependence. What again? What other celebration is out there? Easter. Okay. So Christmas, Valentine, Independence, Easter, like Independence time now, you can do things like green and white, like us that is in Nigeria now. So in your own country, you can just do corset based on the celebration at that period. So Valentine, you can do red, white, and all of that. So just to have that market come to you that period, because people will be looking for that particular color for that season, and once they see that you have it and it's something that they can use for the celebration, of course you'll be getting your bulk orders and you will be cashing out. Number seven way of cashing out big is to have a team. Of course, you cannot do everything all by yourself. You need to have a team out there with you that is helping you. You need to have a cutter. You can have a cutter, a finisher, a machine operator, the person that irons and all of that. Just create your team the way you want it to be. It can be two or three people that helps you at your workplace or your production place. So this way you can handle big orders without stress. Okay. Now, number eight way to cash out is to reinvest and scale up. Okay, don't chop all the money because bulk money dey sweet oh, e dey sweet. If it comes to you now, you have a lot of things you say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, but don't use all the money outside the business. Okay, some, bring back some into the business. So you can buy machines, you can get fabrics in bulk and stock up these fabrics. Okay, because now you have already have more production. Okay, you can get your fabrics in bulk and stock up. You can hire more hands, build small inventories and all of that. This will help you so that when next rush comes, you are 100% ready. Okay. All right, soulmates. Yes, I told you that cashing out is where we're going to draw the curtain. But before we draw this curtain for tonight, now I'm going to be ending it with a story. Now I'm going to be using this story now, for example, to give you a relation of who you are. Right now, you, a corset bulk producer and a seller, you are like someone that is roasting corn on the sideway. What do they do? Those people that roast corn on the sideway or the roadside. Let's say sideway. Okay, roadside. Those that roast corn on the roadside, what do? They roast as many corn as possible and put on their tray. So that once people are passing, they are buying. So they don't just wait for one customer to come there before they start peeling the corn and start roasting it. Mm-mm. They immediately they come to their stand. Immediately they come to their stand, they've peeled all their corn, they started roasting. They can roast as many as 20. They've not seen customer at that point though, but they roasted it and kept it because they know that people are coming. And once people are passing, immediately they are replacing it. That's the kind of corset bulk producer you should be. That's the kind of ready to wear bulk producer that you should be. Okay, you are not waiting for a bulk customer to come first before you start producing. Now I know you want to say, okay, how do I know the colors they want? How do I know all of that? That is what we're talking about. What positioning yourself. So if you're positioning yourself like Merriment that we mentioned earlier, that have a shelf where she displays all of her corsets. Has she seen customer at that point? No, but she displayed it because she knows that customers are coming. That's the kind of person you need to be as a bulk producer. People need to come and see you as a bulk producer and not somebody that is begging for customers. So, as a bulk producer that you are now, you produce in bulk, you package well, target your customers, and you cash out. You cash out and collect your money in volume. Okay. So remember, I gave you a challenge before. Now let's see if you carry out, not carried because it's not in the past, if you carry out this challenge that I've given you, how much are you going to make? So let's say, for example, you make that course that I'm telling you about, you now sold it for 15,000. Let's say you spent about 8 or 7,000 to make it. That means you're making about, let's say, 7K profit. You now get bulk buyer, a bulk order of 50 pieces. That is 350,000 naira. 7,000 times 7,000 times 50. Yeah, I'm getting that right. Let me get my calculator. I have calculator. 7,000 times 50. 350,000. My head, they calculate money where 350K. That's what you'll be making if you do that challenge. Okay. Now, I just calculated as an example. Oh. So you, how much do you want to sell and how much profit do you want to make? Calculate it and let me know in the comment section. Let's see in the coming weeks or in the coming months how much you're going to be cashing out. Okay. Now, so far we have seen the mistakes you can avoid when you start this business. Those mistakes you need to avoid them, and how to position yourself, the secrets that other designers that are cashing out doesn't want you to know, where you can find bulk buyers, how you can cash out, how you can position yourself for bulk buyers to find you, and how you can cash out. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about all of this. Now, this is just the beginning, okay? Compared to what I'll be showing you in our paid program, which I call Make Money with Corsets. We're going to be seeing in depth, we're going to be going deeper and into the exact roadmap, into the bulk production templates, into the scripts for getting international buyers, and we're going to be seeing the live demonstration on how I do all of this. Okay, we're going to be diving more into placement of ads. I'll be showing you how to place ads both on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. These three platforms, how you can place ads that convert, what you need to do. And these ads we're doing is not something you need to pay millions or hundreds of thousands to do. Just chicken money per day, you'll be cashing out. Okay, these we'll be talking about creating templates on Canva, how you can go about using Canva to create different kind of templates and models that you'll be needing for your bulk production. In fact, the class is so loaded that the outline, I have how many pages of the outline here. So if I say let me start reading everything out, we're not going to be here today. But just come to the group where I'll be giving you more details about the class and what we're going to be doing and your benefits and how you can get into it, as I am going to hold your hands and show you the way in the corset production, the bulk corset production. Now, mind you, in this paid class, we're talking about mesh corset also. Here we just talked about how to make something very simple like this that you can easily just make. That one also, you can easily make it too. But that one is in demand too. It's also in demand by everyone. Those that have the shops, those that have designers like you, they want it for their own corset production, for their own outfit production, for bridals and the rest. That's the mesh corset. So we're going to be getting more details about it in the group. So make sure you come to the group and get the details. All right, fashion billionaires, and that is it for this 2 days free class. I'm going to see you on the top. Do have a lovely day.